I'm very, very pleased. We're here in Norwich. I think we're going to pick up 4 votes, so we'll have 12 seats out of the 13 county council seats in Norwich, which is very, very good indeed. And we won those seats at the expense of the Green Party, who, as you recall, pulled the plug on us last year and put the Tories back in control of the county.
When it comes to the overall balance of power in Norfolk, disappointed?
Yes, I'm disappointed, because until about 2 weeks ago, this election was about the county council. I think we were going to do a lot better. But obviously the general election's taken over the whole picture. There's been a Conservative surge, and so local issues have been drowned out, and the smaller parties have paid that price. So the Conservatives are going to have a very healthy majority for 4 years, which is bad news for Norfolk, I'm afraid.
Well, in that time, what can you then do?
Well, we're going to fight them all away, obviously, when they're doing the wrong thing, but when they do the right thing, we'll support them. We have a committee system at the county council, which means that the opposition parties have more power than they used to have. We introduced that system when we were running the council. I hope that system will stay. I think the Conservatives want to go back to the cabinet system, which will mean, unfortunately, decisions being taken behind closed doors. But that's the effect of the national politics taking over from local ones.
But you really think that the calling of the general elections had a huge impact?
I think it has. I honestly think that. Obviously, you can see that in Norfolk Labour has bucked the trend. We've gained seats, not lost any, and I think people have been impressed by the arguments. But the national situation overwhelmed us. But nonetheless, we are probably the only place in the country where Labour has gained seats, and not, and that's a net gain. So I'm very, very pleased about that. And we've got some brilliant new councillors. I won't mention them, but when I started mentioning how good they were, I'd have to mention all of them. They're all very, very good. And I feel very sorry also for the very good candidates who have lost, not because of local issues, not because of how hard they work, but because of the national situation, because of the general election taking the whole thing over.
But in Norwich in particular, that's where a lot of these gains have come. And there's been some very impressive gains. Why do you think Norwich has been so different?
Well, I think it's logical. It's a judgment on the Green Party for doing what they did. I mean, we had a coalition for 3 years. The Greens were quite happy to take all the benefits from that, get things that they wanted done. And a year ago, when they lost seats on Norwich City Council, they decided to pull the plug and put the Tories back in control, thinking it would do them good in these elections. It's been disastrous for them, and I think they should learn the lesson from that.
And looking at the UKIP situation as well, they've completely fallen apart.
UKIP has, yes, and of course UKIP winning the seats from the Conservatives last time, it's helped the Conservatives disproportionately. We won a UKIP seat in Great Yarmouth, which was Rex Parkinson's seats. That's gone back to Labour, but there weren't enough UKIP held former Labour seats to make that much difference for us.
And looking at what this could mean for the national picture on June the 8th, how do you read into it?
I honestly can't. I think but having said that, obviously we want Clive Lewis to win in Norwich South, and we want to do well in Norwich North. We've got a brilliant candidate there, and we want to do well in Great Yarmouth and Kingsland everywhere. So we'll be trying to win those seats, but today is about county council.